Are you sitting comfortably? I guess not, else you wouldn't be here watching this video. I'm James from Posture Stars, and today I'm going to show you how to sit to prevent back pain, whether you're in an office, home, whether you're sat at a kitchen table or somewhere else, in such a way that you can help avoid that debilitating discomfort that can just tend to spoil your day. So we're going to look at a few simple adjustments to your body and to your chair and to your environment that are going to make life so much simpler for you, so that life is much more comfortable and relaxing for you. So first things first, this should come as no surprise for you. The most important thing to help you sit comfortably, got to be the chair. Notice how I'm sitting here. I'll squidge over here a bit so you can see more easily. I'm crammed in a corner here, I don't know if you can tell. So as I'm sat here, you'll notice that the hips are a little bit above the knees and the feet are flat on the floor. If you're fortunate enough to have a comfortable ergonomic chair like this, it's relatively easy to set the chair to suit you. Most chairs like this have a lever here. On this case, it's on the right hand side, and pressing the lever changes the gas cylinder so you can lower it. Here you'll notice I'm too low, my hips are below my knees, or you can raise it, and here you'll notice too high and my feet are dangling. In both of those positions, it's really difficult to get the good support that your spine needs to be sat comfortably. So if you're unable to fix it with an ergonomic chair, there are a couple of easy fixes that you can make now. Firstly, if you're too high like this, grab yourself a footrest. These are all very affordable. There's all sorts of different varieties you can get all over the internet, and place it under your feet so that they are supported. And you'll notice this makes it much easier then to bring yourself into a better position in the chair. But what if your chair is too low for you to do that properly? Here I'll go low. Well, you can grab a stylish yet affordable cushion, take one from your partner, wife, or somewhere else in the rest of the house, as I've done, and slip it under there, and it will make a nice difference to bring your hips up over your knees again. These can slide around a bit depending on the chair, so you might want to use some ribbon to fix it to the chair to keep it in place, which also makes it harder for anyone else in your household to steal the cushion back and throw it on the sofa where it's meant to live. Now that we have our height correct so that our hips are above our knees and our feet flat on the floor, it's important to support your back. It is possible to sit for long periods of time without back support, but you'll find that it gets uncomfortable over time. So you want that support of the chair back for you if you have one. I like to have mine set so maybe 5 or 10 degrees backwards lean. And if you're on a basic chair like a kitchen chair and you haven't got that lumbar support here for your lower spine, again, consider getting a cushion and placing it to the back of the chair and taping it on so that you've got some nice comfortable support there for your mid to low back, which is going to make it much easier for you to sit well whilst you're working, whilst you're playing, whilst you're browsing the internet, whatever it might be. Now that we've managed to make some improvements to your chair, let's move on and make some improvements quickly to your body and then to your environment. Take your hands, grab both of these. Now, if you're on a solid wooden chair, it might be a bit uncomfortable, but I want you to place one hand in from the right hand side and one hand in from the left hand side and have a good old rummage around in there. And if you can, come forwards all the way to the front of the chair here. You'll notice that there are 2 round bones under above your fingers there. They're called your ischial tuberosities, the feet for your seat. I'm going to call them bum bones. We've got our bum bones in our hands. They are there. If you're struggling to find them, have a good rummage. You'll get them. I'm sure you will. And feel those bones now. They are round and they are meant to support us. Have a big slump. Go on, have a really big slump now if you've got the space, and you'll feel how those bones disappear away in front of your fingers. They're not supporting you anymore. Your spine's in a collapse. Not good posture, not good for your back. So what do people do? We think, oh, I'd better sit up straight, and we're going to go, this time we're going to sit up really, really straight, and we're going to go too far the other way, as if we were pretending to be a sergeant major in the army or something like that. And you'll notice, if you feel carefully, that those bones disappear away now behind your hands, and it's quite a lot of effort to sit up like this. So that advice we get a lot of the time to sit up straight is often a bit misguided. We just want to sit up in balance. So take one hand out, place it on top of your head, and we're going to rock backwards and forwards until you're happy that you're nice and upright. bring your other hand out, and you'll see that leaves you in a really nice sitting position. And from there, you can scoot yourself back to the back of your chair so your back's nicely supported. And lo and behold, you're sitting in a much better position. I'm happy now. I'm a lot happier that you're sitting in a better position. But what happens then if you go over and you're typing away on a laptop here, screen's down here, or you've got a tablet and you're looking down at your tablet and you're typing away here, making those comments on those social media sites about how everything could be better. Oh, the world could be a better place. Well, your back could be in a better place too. So what we want to do as best as possible is to ensure that that screen height is nice and high up to support us keeping nicely high up in our posture. So here you'll notice that for the work monitors, the computer monitors here, that the top of the screen here is around eye height. So you're looking across to the screen, maybe to that top inch, that top 2 or 3 centimeters of the screen. And that's a really nice place to set it. And for most people, that distance wants to be about fingertips away, which is why I've always got smudges all over my screen. It's a good distance for you. For some people, depending on your eyesight, you want it to be a little bit closer or a little further away. You can raise your monitor using monitor arms like I have here, or monitor stands that you place your monitor on to raise the height, or get a load of cookbooks and place them under your monitor and bring the height up. What if you're using a tablet like this one here? Well, ideally, you want to be using it on a tablet stand that's going to bring it up to a nice height. There are plenty of stands available. Have a look on my channel on YouTube. You'll see some great reviews for them there. But you want to have your tablet up here again so it's at a nice height so that you can use it easily and look at it easily, rather than having it flat on the desk where you'd be tapping away like that. And you laptop users, I know you're out there now going, the problem isn't my laptop, there's something wrong with my back. Well, let me tell you, if you're sat typing on a laptop like this and the screen is down here, you can see what it's doing to my posture here. Guarantee that's going to be what you're doing too. So get a laptop stand and a separate keyboard and mouse so that you can type flat on the table. That's going to make a big difference to you too. Now, office users, is this you? Is your keyboard and your mouse really far away from you? Maybe you do a little bit of paperwork or something like that. Maybe you just find it more comfortable because of your back to lean on the desk like this. Well, this isn't a good idea either. You can see what's going on with my back here. And additionally, you're adding complications in for your arms by putting contact pressure, contact stress into that lovely soft forearm, pressing it against the desk, which over time can lead to shoulder pain, arm pain, and wrist pain, and hand pain too. So again, bring your keyboard nicely and close to you. There's a B there for belly button, that wants to be just in front of you, and your mouse just in front of you too. Quick handy tip here, I am using a mouse mat. If you're using a mouse on a table without a mat like that, you're reducing how effective it is being accurate, which can add to strain and tension while you're working, which will also increase that probability of back pain too. Now, here's a common mistake to avoid. I see so many people when they're sitting on a chair, when they're working, who aren't sat to the back of the chair, who are sitting forwards like this, because it's just easier, isn't it? You just come along and you go, oh, I'll just do that one email before I go for lunch, and sit down like this. Before you know, it's 3 hours later and you're still perched on the edge of the chair. Perching on the edge of the chair means that you're hoiking yourself over your keyboard here and you're not sat back and you haven't got that support. So always sit to the back of the chair and use some of the adjustments I made earlier to make sure that your back is supported, even if it means you're having to scoot yourself in like this to sit comfortably. It takes half a second. Another key mistake, not taking breaks. No matter how well you're sitting, if you're going to be working for periods of an hour or more, it's going to build up discomfort over time. So if you can, get up and out of your chair every 20 or 30 minutes or so. If you can't, even if you can just stand up for 2 seconds and sit down again, it's a great way to give your back a little bit of a rest from sitting. Give it a little bit of movement as well. As I say, it only takes a second or two. Another common mistake we see, let's see if you can guess what it is. Yeah, the old sitting with your legs crossed. It feels good for those of us who do it. We really like to do it. It makes us feel, oh, I'm sitting, reassuringly comfortable. But again, it's not giving your back the best support. It's pulling you off kilter And particularly if you're one of those people who, see if you can see here, who wrap their legs under themselves behind the chair, it means your chair's not set up right at the right height for you. So let's come back to it. Sat well to the back of the chair, hips above knees, feet flat on the floor. You'll notice that a lot of what I'm telling you isn't rocket science, but we just don't think about it because our attention is focused on the things around us more than it is on that basic support that we need to keep our back nice and long and comfortable. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some simple adjustments you can make in how you sit and your environment around you to help prevent back pain. Let's talk about some of the benefits of employing those for you. Sitting well, much less likely to get the backache and pains during the day, particularly if you get up and you move around regularly. Not only that, but sitting well helps boost your energy. Sitting badly like this, as you can see, let's come over here and do it. Sitting badly like this, it means that you've got less room for breathing, you've got less room for digestion, more clutter going through the neck, whereas when you're sitting well, you've got more room for breathing. So you're going to feel less tense, you're going to feel less bothered by those critical calls or Zooms that you might have to take. Digestion's better, blood can move more freely. It's just more comfortable. It makes you feel more confident, more open, more expansive. You might consider, if you find sitting particularly uncomfortable and you do things like this in front of a camera, maybe you have Zoom calls, Teams, Hangouts, whatever it is, you might consider standing for those elements as well, which will give your back a nice break during the day. It's really simple. If you've got a laptop, just put it up on a stand with a webcam on top. Easy. Hello, Coco. Come say hello again. Coco the cat has come to remind us that cats have perfect posture most of the time, and the reason they do is because when they've had a nice sit or a lie down for a while, they stretch when they get up and move around. So let's be more Coco, shall we? Hello, lady. Yeah. So to conclude, sitting isn't rocket science. There are all sorts of things that can make it harder for you, but setting up your environment well and having the intention to sit well in the first place can make a big difference to how you feel during and after the process of sitting. If you found this useful and you want to find out even more about sitting comfortably, particularly at a desk, head on over to posturestars.com, where you'll find my free course, absolutely free. You just put your email in and it gets sent to you, Desk Posture Made Easy, which will go into explicit detail about how to get all of those elements just right and really help you. Cheerio.